Tell me honestly, how many New Year's resolution saying no more junk, only healthy eating you have broken so far? Many, right? Healthy eating is great. It is essential. But staying in this kind of obesogenic environment, healthy eating, how far possible or feasible it is? Let me tell you, it is possible if you follow the 6 steps. What are they? Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to Wellness Munch, where we answer all your nutrition queries in as simple as possible way. Planning is needed for everything, be it your office project, be it running your school or college or anything. Similarly, it needs, in running your kitchen efficiently. So the step number 1 is you need to change few things in your kitchen. What are they? You have to change your cookware, your storage containers, as well as your serveware. If you are using a non-stick pan or aluminum karhai or ceramic pan, you should be thinking of changing them at this point. There are 2 schools of thought. One said these products are bad for health as they leach into your food and somehow they get into your body and disturb the entire system. And there's another school of thought who constantly try to prove that no, these cookwares are fine. My advice would be, if there's a controversy, there is something, right? So it's best to stay away from them. Even if you're very comfortable cooking in non-stick cookware, just try replace it with cast iron. It will take few days, but after that it will also start behaving as non-stick pan. So you can replace your non-stick cookware or aluminum or ceramic cookware with iron pan, stainless steel, or with clay pot. Now after cookware, you should be thinking of changing your plasticware. All the plastic dabba, plastic tiffin box, all that stuff has to go away. Plastic has a huge problem. It contains BPA, which actually when it leaches through food and get into your system, they actually act as, they mimic estrogen. Okay, and they act as a xenoestrogen to disturb the entire hormonal balance. So it's better to avoid plastic. Even if it is BPA free, it has BPS, which has similar kind of health hazards. So it's best is just replace all your plastic dabba, plastic container, and replace it with stainless steel or glass. Plastic bottles should be replaced with stainless steel or glass bottle containers. Instead of using a plastic bag, you can think of using cloth bag. Those are much more sustainable, user-friendly, pocket-friendly for the long run, and environment-friendly. Okay, now step number 2, your store makeover. What kind of makeover? You just need to dump all the instant packaged and processed food. What are they? All that instant noodles, instant pasta, instant soup, instant fruit juice, bhujia, biscuits, namkeen, a mixture, all that food. Okay, now if you're dumping them, what you need to get in your store? All the whole grain, like unpolished rice. You can keep popped rice, puffed rice, flaked rice, still cut oats, thick rolled oats, whole wheat flour instead of maida, suji, dalia, sevaiya, jawar, bajra, ragi, buckwheat, quinoa, sattu, roasted chana, peanut, all that good nuts and seeds. Yes, so the list is really long. Okay, if you want to eat healthy, there are plenty of options that you must go for. Now step number 3, menu planning. I can't tell you how important is menu planning actually. Initially you may feel this is such a wastage of time, but actually in the long run it is the step which is going to take you for long. What is this menu planning? Basically, in a week, just sit with your entire family, ask them what are the food they want to eat for next 7 days. Try to plan 4 meals per day. Ask your kids, ask the elders, ask everyone what they want to eat. And then after discussion, just settle down on a menu. It has to be written and it has to be placed on your refrigerator so that everyone knows what exactly going to cook now. Now, if you have kids, they will start placing their demands and the list is endless. Okay, they might ask for some unhealthy food. What you can do, try to tweak their demand. For example, if they're asking for instant noodles, you can get normal noodles and cook it, in a standard procedure. Now the fourth step, which is ordering your grocery. When you are ordering, make sure you are sitting with your kids, especially the fussy eaters, and placing your order so that they know what is going to come at home and they will not place some unreasonable demand. Step number 5, meal preparation. Again, you might think this is wastage of time, but it is not. If you can dedicate 1 or 2 hours in a week, it is going to save actually 1/3 of your cooking time every single day. Once you receive your groceries and vegetables and fruits, the other orders, first step is cleaning. Clean your vegetables and fruits. I'm sure you're already doing it in this COVID situation. Clean them, dry them out, and then store them properly. If you want to grind any particular item for the coming week, keep them grinded already. Suji, dalia, this kind of ingredient, if you roast it, once you receive, it will stay good for long, right? So you can do that. Make your ginger garlic paste in advance so that it becomes handy when you are cooking. You can chop your vegetables little bit in advance. Then it will reduce your cooking time to a larger extent. Try to invest this 1 or 2 hours in a week and then get the benefit throughout. Now the final step number 6, plating. So far you have planned, shopped, prepped, cooked, everything has been done. Now you are actually going to put food inside your system. Very important step. How you can do it? For lunch and dinner, always make sure half of the plate should be filled up with vegetables, and then 1/4 of the plate should be filled up with any protein sources. It could be dal, fish, chicken, egg, whatever you eat. And the rest 1/4 part should be filled up with cereal like rice, roti, or anything, whatever cereal you are picking for that particular meal. For breakfast and evening snack, whatever you are making, try to put some chopped vegetables in it. Be it porridge, be it chilla, be it idli, dosa, poha, upma, anything. But try to add vegetables in it so that your cereal will automatically go little lesser amount and the vegetable will take that place. Don't forget to sip water throughout the day. Don't gulp the entire water down. Rather, sip it throughout the day. Always make sure a filled bottle, stainless steel or glass bottle, is there on the table whenever you are working, and it applies to everybody in your family. Running house in this COVID situation is tough, especially without any house help. Managing all your office work, entire household work, it is very, very challenging. But at the same time, this is high time to develop some healthy cooking habit or healthy eating habit. All the best. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. We will be back next week with another video. Till then, stay happily healthy.